Alright everybody, hello, my name's James Stothers, welcome to Open Mic Night. Oh man, I gotta say I'm a little nervous up here. I've only done a few shows and, well, let's just say, I was less nervous the first time I had sex and I was accidentally trying to stick it in her belly button. If you think that was nerve-wracking, try stand-up comedy. I had to masturbate 6 times just to get up here tonight. Now, okay, I may be new to comedy, but I'm not new to speaking in front of crowds. Just this time I don't have some asshole judge telling me to take things seriously in this courtroom. Some people just don't know when to shut up. Anyways, let's get on here. So now that I've gotten older, I definitely I've found finding a girlfriend has gotten a lot harder. Once me and my uncle got kicked out of all the elementary schools and playgrounds, we had to resort to offering the girls candy just to get them to come to the van. Would you believe this is actually how I met my current girlfriend? I'd love to introduce her to you, but she's still a little tied up at home right now. You wouldn't actually believe how long you have to keep a girl tied up before she agrees to go out with you. And you women all say men have commitment issues. So, speaking of girlfriends there, I did have this one girlfriend back in the day. She'd asked me to pretend to be her daddy during sex the one night, so you know, me being the gentleman I am, I figured, what the hell, let's go with it. I immediately started slamming a 2-6 of whiskey and smashing stuff in her house. When she begged me to stop, I told her I was going for a pack of smokes and haven't been back since. Daddy fetish? Nailed it. She's gonna have issues for years. I'm such a great boyfriend. Also, there's this one time I was sleeping with a deaf chick, and it actually turned out to be pretty great. I got to say all the craziest, kinkiest things I'd ever wanted to during sex, and it didn't matter because she was deaf, she couldn't hear me. Even when I called her by my girlfriend's name, she just kept right on going. Speaking of disabled people, that reminds me. I love when my handicapped nephew comes over and visits me and my girlfriend for a couple weeks. Since he drools all the time, I get to save hundreds of dollars on lube, and it's great to see my girlfriend spend time with her kid. Okay, I'm sorry everybody. I don't even know how I feel about that joke, and I'm the one who wrote it. Well, let's see if we can't make this any worse for myself. Well, before we move on, I got a question that's been bugging me. Do you think it would be considered insensitive for me to shine a laser pointer in my epileptic girlfriend's eyes whenever she's on top during sex? I don't know, just something I've been thinking about. Thinking about that though, it just goes to show if men had standards, rape, pedophiles, bestiality and necrophilia, let's not forget necrophilia, all wouldn't exist. Well, let's go on to exes now. Does anybody have an ex that they don't like? Yeah, everybody's pretty much got an ex that they don't like. Well, out of all the girls I've gone out with, I've come to realize that I definitely have a type when it comes to women. Just unfortunately for me, that type's completely batshit fucking crazy. Oh man, my last ex, whew. Wasn't she just the sweetest little lollipop triple dipped in psycho? And yet I just had to keep licking to try and get to her chewy center. I never could learn my lesson. Hey, let's be honest, people. If we could actually learn from our mistakes, Justin Bieber and Miley Cyrus would have been the fetuses abortion protesters made an exception for. I love that one. Oh, fuck you, Bieber. So I practice my comedy at home on my cat, and well, she's actually developed quite the great rating system. Whenever I tell a good joke, she just sits there and winks at me. If I tell an okay joke, she just sits there and stares. If I tell a bad joke, unfortunately, she tries to drown herself in the fishbowl. Now, I'm becoming concerned with this because I've only just started my comedy career, and my cat's only got one of her 9 lives left. I fear one more bad joke and she's a goner. Wait, although, do you think if I asked my ex to help me practice my comedy, if she would use the same rating system, wink, stare, drown herself? Wishful thinking. But, actually, let's be serious here for a moment. My ex can't keep her mouth shut. If my Aunt Wanda could keep her mouth shut, I wouldn't have left her for her daughter. So, I know I make lots of jokes about, hating my exes and wanting them dead, but I don't actually hate my exes. I'm still in love with all the good times, the happy memories that we shared, and I've come to realize now, though, that I don't need that person in my life to hold on to all of those good times and happy memories. Good timing, too, because the smell coming from all of my exes in the basement was getting really bad. So, actually, I got another question that just one of those things that bugs me. If an abortion protester swallows, does that make her a hypocrite? I don't know, just something to think about. Well, okay, so the one night there, I don't got a woman, I'm feeling pretty lonely, so I figure, let's get myself a cheap whore. Me being a comedian, I'm broke as shit, so I only had $10 I could possibly spend on a whore. So, $10, I really wasn't expecting much. So, this cheap whore finally gets to my room, and man, I'm blown away. Long dark hair, baby blue eyes, and fucking ass you could just bounce quarters off of. I couldn't believe it. Before I even got to say anything, she had me on the bed giving me the best head I've ever gotten in my life. Like, man, I couldn't believe that I only had to spend that I was only going to be spending $10 on this. So, I'm starting to lay back, I'm starting to enjoy it, and all of a sudden this cheap whore just bites down hard on my testicles. I jump back and, wow, what the fuck was that for? Whore looks up at me and goes, I miss mine. Yeah, ever since my Aunt Wanda became a prostitute to pay for her sex change, I've personally funded 9 operations. I can officially say I own her ass, and lips, and tits, and chin. Yeah. Well, I've also come to notice that you women love to blame us men for just like absolutely everything. Even my woman does this every once in a while to me. Like when I put everything on the top shelf of the cupboard when I leave for work, like it's somehow my fault she's only 5 feet tall and can't reach. It's okay though. Since my girlfriend's so short, I get to crack all the jokes I want about her, and they all just go right over her head. So I'm not going to be in any trouble. But, you know, you women might be able to blame us men for everything, make a sandwich, and, you know, fake an orgasm, but us men, we can fake an entire relationship. Oh yeah! That's right, come on man, let's hear it, yeah, for faking an entire relationship on that bitch. You know, well, don't get me wrong, I really do love women. I love the way they smell. I love their gentle touch. I love the way their face scrunches when you tell them to go make you a sandwich. You know, those precious little things. And so, I kind of put my girlfriend through a little bit of the ringers every once in a while. And well, this one day she actually got pretty pissed off at me because she found the panty collection that I had from all the people that I had slept with. And of course she was pissed. I had a collection of her mom, grandma, and little sister's underwear. She knew they were theirs because for that Christmas she got everybody underwear with their names stitched in it. Hey, I'm just glad she didn't find the stash of her dad's underwear. That's all out in the... I gotta keep all that out in the garage in a refrigerator box. You know, it's not my fault. They wanted to give me a memento after I made them scream, "Oh God," more times than the Vatican has even heard. Like it's somehow my fault. Women blaming men for everything. Now, okay, let's be serious here, people. I'm not saying I'm that good in bed, but when I make a woman scream, "Oh God," the man himself comes down and goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm sorry, I can't take credit for that. Satan, how about you?" Shit, man, I'm taking notes myself. Leg behind head. Don't stop, even when she screams. Yeah. Okay. Good? Alright. So, you know, I've got a lot of pretty offensive jokes and everything, so I figured it would be funny to go back and see who I am according to the jokes that I've written. Well, turns out I'm a broke incest asshole who's not only a prostitute sex god, but is a sexist womanizer who performs child molestation and bestiality. Well, shit. All I gotta do now is be funny and I can be a professional comedian. Alright, everybody, it's been swell, but the swelling's gone. So I'm gonna fuck off before the swelling comes back. I'm James Stothers, and thank you for not caring about my new and used girlfriends. Have a good night.